Hello! Look, something's turned up. What could this be? This is the most oddly packaged item I've received through the post. There's movement. I hope everything's okay inside, because what I have here in my hot little hands is a relatively rare vacuum cleaner. They didn't last long in the United Kingdom, and I did actually own one of these, and I sold it and I regretted selling it. And then I saw on that auction website eBay somebody was selling them. I thought I'll have one of those. And it's a Maytag upright vacuum cleaner. In the UK it's a Maytag. In the USA this would have been sold under the Hoover brand, and I believe it was known as the Caddy Vac, because it's an upright vacuum cleaner with attached tools that you can actually lift off, and then it becomes an upright vacuum cleaner without attached tools. Well, I'm alright for bubble wrap. I don't know if it's necessary to add all this bubble wrap, but you know, makes the unboxing take a little bit longer, but what can you do? Right, I think I have to make some more. No, snip it. That's it, come on. Now, for all of you who don't know, Maytag used to own the Hoover company until they sold it. And during the time Maytag owned the Hoover company, they introduced a range of floor care products into the UK. But because Maytag couldn't launch them under the Hoover brand, because we have a Hoover brand in the UK, but they're not connected. They used to be connected with Maytag. Hoover UK used to be owned by Hoover USA, and consequently Maytag owned them when they were sold off. But when Maytag sold Hoover UK to the Candy Group, they couldn't use the name. Right. Finally, well, now I can see why it was packed up in all the bubble wrap, because the box itself, and it smells damp. Here is the box, and it is absolutely filthy dirty, and it smells like it's been in a very damp warehouse. So we'll see. Not very pleased about the condition this is in. I mean, I was very surprised to see a brand new one on eBay. But inside, it's in tiny, tiny pieces. I'd forgotten this. You have to really assemble it. It's lots of little bits. Right, well, in this package I have a stretch hose and a 2-in-1 crevice tool and extension tube. There's the instructions and at least one spare dust bag. And I can tell it's been damp because the staples for the instruction book have rusted. So let's hope the actual cleaner itself, the motor, is okay. Here is the caddy part of the Caddy Vac. Now that's a little hook. You can actually use that and hang that on a hook, like in a wardrobe or just on a hook somewhere, if you don't want to carry the tools all the time with the machine. Here is the handle. This is like an Airfix kit. You do expect some assembly with some vacuums, but there's a lot of assembly with this one. Now I've got the main bag compartment in a quite a fetching, rich, deep burgundy colour. I'd forgotten the on-off switch was like that, or is it? No, I don't think you see, I'm not sure. It's a very big red on-off switch. There's things I remember you have to do. It's vaguely coming back to me how to assemble it. I'll have to check the instructions. There's no bag inside. Well, there is a filter there, look in the bag door. So although this is what we call a dirty fan system, where the dirt passes through the fan, which will be a plastic bladed fan, it does actually have an additional filter on the bag door there. All that closed, yes. So no, that's okay. You've got a stair cleaning handle on there, so you can clean your stairs with it if you so wish. What else have we got in the box? This very, very tatty box. Well, we've got the mains lead, looking a bit dusty, all in bits there, with the UK plug on. And finally, we will have the main motor unit, the hood, main cleaning head. Let's put that out. So, yes, it is obviously lovely and clean and brand new, but I don't know where it's been stored, but it absolutely reeked. Now, for all you YouTube viewers in the USA who are interested in vacuum cleaners, this is actually made in the USA, not Mexico, not China. I've just checked. And underneath, if we can zoom in, does say made in the USA. So that is good to see. So here we have the base, quite a nice agitator here, brush roll, decent stiff brushes, not overly stiff, but they're a decent stiffness, and there's plenty of them. And here we have, now this to me, I think it's called a PT Cruiser. There was or is a car, a Chrysler I think, called a PT Cruiser. I think it is. I don't really know my cars, but this is reminiscent to me, this sort of colour and shape. But it's very retro looking. You've got the headlight, you've got your height control. This is the port that you lift up to put the cleaning tools in. And you've got your foot operated handle release. But I'm pleased I've got it. I've been searching for one of these to get back in my collection. There is one I would prefer. They did a wind tunnel upright in the UK, which I did have from brand new and sold, with embedded dirt finder in it. It was a bagged clean as well. They also, into the UK market, they launched, I think it was at least 2 bagless. I think in total there was 4 vacuum cleaners under the Maytag brand. One carpet washer called the Agility, which had a folding handle, which the UK company Vax introduced into their range, the same machine. There was also the Maytag Satellite, which was the Hoover Constellation revamp. And they were going to introduce, but sadly they didn't, the Maytag Z, or the Hoover Z, as you would know it, which apparently didn't fare very well in the USA. But it was a very unusual cleaner, and it's one I would have liked to have owned. It's still. Also, they did the Maytag Floor to Floor, which is available under the Hoover Floormate or Vax Floormate brand. I do have one of those. Right, so there we go. My latest acquisition, and rather an unusual one. So what I'm going to have to do before I continue with this, I don't want to try and put it together without checking the instructions, so I'll just have a quick look at the instructions and then we'll just assemble this. Right, here's all the bits that you have to assemble. Looks a bit daunting, but we'll give it a go. I'll do it live from the instructions. So I think the first thing to do is assemble. Oh no, it's not. Let's have a look. I've removed all the parts, that's the first thing. Now I need to remove the bag door, which is here. So that's the bag compartment. Slide cord protector AA away from... Oh Lord, it looks complicated. Right. I mean, a lot of vacuum cleaners do need some assembly, but this is ridiculous. Right, that's the cord protector. You need to slide this cord protector here, slide it away from the rectangular end of cord. Doesn't say how far I slide it, but I've slid it that far from that piece. Okay, attaching the cord, slide, done that. With bag compartment, oh dear me. No, I think I have to, no I don't. Let's just move this head over there, out the way. So here's the bag compartment. So we've got to get the flex into it. So I've removed the bag door, I've slid the cord protector away from the rectangular end. Now I've got to insert the large rectangular end of the cord through the opening in the back of bag compartment, which is there. So this piece goes into here. Just put it through. Right. Terrible instructions. Right, 5. With the side marked up visible, insert end into pocket. Oh, dear me. What? Ah, hang on. Yes. Now I've got this bit here, and it says with side marked up. There we are. Just says up there. Look. With side marked up visible, insert end into pocket in the bottom of the bag compartment assembly. Right, that's the bit I think. There. Right. That is in position, and we've got this cord protector which I think needs to be moved along a bit. That might be okay, because the cord has to be pulled through. Right, that's that. So, next thing to do, I've got to press the cord into place at each of the 3 slots indicated. So there's one slot there, 2 slots there, and I'm not sure where the third slot is. There isn't a third slot, but I don't know. Oh well, yes it is a slot, yes, but it's not a clip. There's a clip, well there's a little slot there and there. There isn't a third one, but I think you just push it into that space there. Right, when you've done that, let's have a look on the back here. Do I need to do something here? Do not plug cleaner. No, I'm not going to. Right. Oh, right. With bag compartment in vertical position, rotate cord protector B on cord so the arrow is on the side. Well, there's an arrow there. Which side? Now, does that go in that way, or does it go in that way? Oops. Right, it faces down, I think. That's the arrow. And then that should push into there. Now this is made doubly difficult because I'm trying to film what I'm doing while I'm doing it. Which, that's it, there we are. Phew. So we've got the cord exiting from the back of the bag door. I've got a bit of slack here which I need to pull through, I believe. Oops, a daisy, what's that? I've snapped? Nothing, hopefully. Honestly, I've never known such a faff. I'm surprised they've not provided me with a pot of paint to paint the bloody thing. Right, that is in place. The flex is coming out of the back of the bag compartment. Right, I've done that. Now I've done that then, I've put the flex in, press blah blah, pulled cord tight, done that, press cord into place, right, that's been done. Now I need to attach the bag compartment assembly, remove the cardboard protector, well there was on here which fell off, a cardboard tube to protect that pointy thing. So now with the opening of bag assembly towards the front, place it down onto the extension on cleaner base. Right, so here's the cleaner base, and I've got to try not to break it before I've even turned it on. I've got to now somehow, right, it's on sort of thing, got to locate this onto here and rock it until it sort of goes in. Oh heck, is it supposed to make that click noise? I hope so. Right, that was an ominous noise, but I think that is in place. Might need a bit more jiggery and pokery. Let's have a... That seems to be on. Right, so that's in. Then push bolt into hole D on lower front of assembly. Right, here's the bolt. The bolt, and there's two nuts, which is handy, isn't it? Whoops. You all need two nuts, but there's only one required, so we've got a spare. So you need to place, you've got to put the screw, there's a hole in the bottom of the bag compartment where we need to, hang on a minute, try and put that screw in. Oh dearie me, if only I had someone to hold the camera for me. Right, let's just get me screwdriver. Whoops. Let's see if it will go in. Right, I'm just going to have to put camera down a moment so you can look at whatever that is. And while I can't see if it's going in. Ah, there we are. Just busy yourself with whatever, you know, go make yourself a cup. Ooh. I don't like the noise of cracking plastic. Go make yourself a cup of tea or a cappuccino, and I will soon be here. Right. So what I've done, I've got the thing in now. So the bolt is showing through. Just need to pop the the nut on there. Again, I'll have to pop it down a minute, sorry about this, because this is a two-handed job. So just need to screw in, but tighten, but not over tighten. There we are, that's about right. Right, we've got the bag door now firmly secured to the base of the cleaner. Next job is attaching the upper handle, so we need to slide upper handle onto assembly as shown until the handle snaps into position. Well, here we have the handle, and it's obvious which way you want it to go, that way towards the back of the machine. And there's the on-off switch. Now there is something here. Oops, that clip there. Now instructions say it doesn't matter if that clip's been lost, but do I need to remove it now or not? No, I don't. That stays in there until I've finished. Right, so on goes the top. Until it snaps. Well, it didn't snap into place, but that is in place. Does the switch work? Doesn't for some reason. Why is that? Possibly that needs to be removed. So we won't touch it yet. We'll just do as it says. We'll not jump the gun. Now we need to insert two screws at the front of the handle to secure it. So I'm assuming those are the holes. And these are the screws. That's one. I'll try and do this. I need to sort of support it a bit. There we are. Whoops, no, that's wrong. It would help if I was holding the handle while I'm doing this. But once this is done, I think that's more or less everything I need to do. Certainly that need tools. Alright, again tighten but not over tighten, just make sure that's fine. Right, so now we've got the base attached to the bag compartment, attached to the handle. What do we do now? Attaching filter bag. Well, here is the filter bag, which I think I might have trouble getting hold of in this country, but I think it'll be okay. I think I'll be able to get a bag to fit. I think we can still buy bags. So type Z or Z. So just need to put my fingers in there just to open that out a bit, to make it easier to go on. And this is going to be tricky one-handed, so what I will do, I will lay the cleaner down. Hang on, not my best camera work. There, close up of the carpet for you. Hang on, let's just... Right, there we are. Now, put it down on the floor, so it might be a bit easier to get this bag in. And to put the bag in, it's just a question of pushing that onto there. Non-reusable bags, these. So actually I don't want to be... I'm going to have to put this down because I don't want to risk ripping the bag, because it's the only bag I've got. So pushing it on in a rather old-fashioned way, and then I'll just open out. It's on nicely now. I'll open out the bag a bit. It will inflate, of course, when the machine's on, but I like to open it. And then let's put the back door back on. There we are, that's on. There. That's almost assembled. Now after we've put the bag on, we've put the bag door in place. Now we need to remove the green or white switch lock. That's why I couldn't turn it on. So green or white, well that's white or clear. So we'll remove that. Now then we should be able to use this rather big switch. So that's that. Now we've got the cord storage hooks there, very typical of most vacuums. You have one or two that turns to release the entire cord, and a nice little clip there has been provided to secure the cord. Now while I'm winding this up, I'll just tell you the model number for anyone interested. In the UK this is under model number U5131. And again it's a bit of a mess. Take it as read, you know, that's been wound up. We'll pretend I've wound it up because I'll do that off camera. You know, it's boring enough without me doing that, isn't it? Now we need to attach the tool caddy. I did have a heart-stopping moment when I thought I was missing the dusting tool there, but it had got itself lost in the box. It's going to need a bit of a rub down and a clean. So we have the separate tool caddy here, but when I had this machine first, I never left the tool caddy on. So I can't really remember how it goes on. I think it goes on this side anyway. It goes on this side. And there is a knack. That's it, there we are. Got to locate it into that groove. And just push it down. So that's the tool caddy in place. And now we've got the hose, which is certainly not going to reach up not going to reach up the stairs. It's very short, but you can clean the stairs with the actual machine with the stair cleaning handle if you're fit enough. Now is there a way that goes in? Must go this way. I'm just expecting a click. I'm expecting and demanding. No, that's it, that's in. And then into the middle section we put the tube, which has got, pull it out. We've got the old 2-in-1. It's a long crevice tool there, and your extension tube, and the crevice tool rests inside. That's it. And then we've got your other cleaning tools that go on the back. We've got your little purpose nozzle and the dusting tool. Reasonably medium soft brushes on that. Let's just check on the picture. They've got that on the lower section. Whoops. Put in. And then that one on the upper one. That's it. Is it? There, no, that's it. There we are. I don't think that one's it. That's it. I knew it wasn't in. It's in now, and that ain't going nowhere. So there we have the Maytag upright vacuum cleaner with the removable tool caddy. Let's just go through the machine for you. We've got furniture guard there, which Maytag / Hoover calls soft guard, so it's quite soft. Wraps all the way around. Cleaning tool socket there. So when you're using the cleaning tools, it's a very thin diameter hose. It's same diameter as Hoover supplied with their early Turbo Power 2 models, and also the The Turbo Power and Turbo Master Freedom cleaners had a similar hose to this. So we've got this little thing you push into here. That's it. So that's what you do when you're using the cleaning tools. That's just pushed in, and you can stretch out the hose and clean above floor. So that's that. Let's take that out now. You've got your headlight, you've got your 4-position height control. So we've got it's got it on the lowest setting for hard floor. That's unusual. Normally they would have it higher than that, but it says low for hard floors. And you've got sort of your low pile carpet, medium pile and high pile. I'd probably, for these carpets, have it on that or that. We'll have to see which is suitable. Got micro filter system, which you saw earlier behind there on the bag door, and easy open into the bag. On off switch up to the handle, and again there's the back of the machine with the cord hooks and some labels on, US patent pending, and there's a warning to reduce the risk of electric shock, do not use outdoors or on wet surfaces. And we'll just have another look at the bottom of the machine. We've got your foot operated handle release. So here we have the rear of the machine, the base of the machine, sorry, with the 2 swivel wheels, well not swivel, sorry, 2 large rear wheels and 2 smaller front wheels. Those are the wheels that move up and down when you've adjusted the height control. You get access to the belts, 2 screws here, and there's some arrows. I think you have to sort of lever that off, and then you can change the belt, and that's something I'll have to make sure I can get spares of. And there's the brush roll, which looks very good. I think that will do a good job. And here we have Maytag, the Maytag cleaner, model U5131 MO1, 50 to 60 Hertz. It's only 625 watts, that's quite low. And there we are, Maytag International, Chicago, Illinois. Is that Illinois? ILL? Made in USA. And a little warning saying unplug before you do anything. And it's made of ABS plastic. So, as I say, probably very common in the USA, this, but not this branding. You probably, as I say, it was probably called Hoover, and I think it was called the Hoover Caddy Vac. So I think that's long enough for the unboxing and assembly. It took me a while, so I'll do a separate demo video of this, and we'll put it to the test. So stay tuned, I'll be uploading a demo shortly. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.